We are in Vegas for our mastermind and Damon John's mastermind. So we'll be doing that tomorrow and Friday, then our event Saturday, Sunday. This is my favorite view of the strip. I'm at the Cosmo. This is their wraparound suite. So it's a pretty big balcony that obviously wraps around. So you see the MGM and airport and everything on this side, and then rest of the strip this way. So we were on TV today, got interviewed on ABC locally. It's actually, you can kind of see the building from here. We're on the 54th floor, so you can see a lot. But great interview. It's about 5 minutes. I love doing these. I think this is like the 7th or 8th one I've done. And it's just great for brand building. So anyone who's looking to build a brand, highly recommend put yourself on TV. Use that content in your online marketing and just promote it. And it just, people look at you differently when you are on TV, 100%. You know, I've done a lot of publishing, articles. I got into Inc. magazine, but if you ask me, just nothing touches TV. It's not about the TV viewership. I don't really care what happens on TV. It's just utilizing your online marketing, your brand building for yourself. Again, people just look at you differently. So, of course, you have speaking engagements. You have a lot of things that you can do to build your brand. And of course, I'm gonna, I do all of that and do as much as I possibly can. But anyone that's looking to start out, if you can just jump straight to TV with whatever business you're doing, it's going to be a game changer. So that's something that we help people do now ourselves. But I will say, let me just tell you this. A lot of people ask me all the time, they go, what marketing strategies work? What marketing strategies work? And I like to say, best answer I can give is, they all work. All marketing strategies work. I shouldn't say all. Most marketing strategies work. It's just that you have to put the effort in to make it work for you. So for example, take local networking. Just go into a local networking event. That works. That's an amazing marketing strategy. But the average person that I found out doesn't like to do that. They don't want to go out and meet people and network and whatever. It's dumb if you ask me, but it's not for everybody, right? So it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It may just not work for you. Then you have simple things that people are doing that are working. We actually have someone speaking at our event, Mark, who's going to be here to talk about how he puts up yard signs, literally yard signs and signs on poles. There's another guy in the group that put just a little banner or like a sticker thing on his car. I mean, Conrad just wrote it on his window, his information, said, text me. Driving down I-95 in Miami, and he's getting texts for business loan leads. Craigslist works. Obviously paid marketing works. Mailers actually do work, do direct mail. Cold calling technically works. Chamber of Commerce. I mean, we showed everyone how to just take the Chamber of Commerce websites and go through them and pick out companies from there and contact them. We actually do that ourselves, and that works. So it all works. It's just you doing it. Cold email marketing works. I mean, we actually do some of that too. Facebook, Google, YouTube, LinkedIn, it all works. So again, it's up to you to make it work for you. All right, just want you guys to understand that, because so many people wonder what works. Now, even you can't even say what works the best, because again, it really comes down to you. I know people that crush it at networking. That's all they do. They just network. They don't even do anything else. I know people that just do paid marketing like us. I do mainly paid marketing because it just fits me. That's what I want to do. So anyway, so we're going to have our event Saturday, Sunday. Again, we're doing Damon John. I got Zach with me right here. This is this is the inside of the suite. I'll show you this. Having fun, Zach?
Always, man.
Is it no work Friday? No?
It is not. It's work your ass off Wednesday. So that you can be off on Friday.
There you go. You go. So yeah, we're putting together some amazing services that we're going to offer at this mastermind.
Yeah, we are.
Really excited about it. We got Kevin Harrington involved. We have Omar Perio getting involved. And the reason why we go to events, like, of course, like we tell people to come to our events, we're going to Damon John's event because we want to meet the people in the room.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell everyone who's playing the home game your best advice to, and why, well, basically, why are you putting yourself in a room with Daymond John? Because that answer is the reason why people should put themselves in a room with us.
It's actually really, really simple. You're in the wrong room if you're not being challenged. You're in the wrong room if you're sitting and potentially doubting yourself because you don't know what the answer is. You're in the wrong room if you're constantly seeking advice from people who have no idea what your vision is and where you're trying to go. You're in the wrong room if you cannot see where you want to be with the person next to you that's in that room. Then you shouldn't be in that room then. And so I go to events and I go to masterminds for my own personal development for a number of reasons. Here's the first one, right? I can't get advice from myself. The worst thing you could ever do is think that you know it all, because you'll soon find out that you'll know that you don't know it all. So what you want to do is you want to find someone who's already where you want to go. They're already there, and that's where you're trying to get. If you cannot touch, see, feel, have a direct conversation with that person and ask them specific questions, then I don't understand what really your plan is. It's almost insane that you wouldn't want to do that. I mean, and I've said this before in other videos, there's only one significant fundamental difference between a person that makes 6 figures and a person who makes 7 figures, or a person who makes 7 figures and a person who makes 10 figures. There's only one fundamental difference. And the difference is the person who knows how to make 7 figures knows how to make 7 figures. The person who knows how to make 8 or 9 figures knows how to make 8 or 9 figures. Listen, I'm not trying to be egotistical in any way here. I don't know how to make 6 figures. I don't know how to. It's too little for me, and it's too easy of a task. I know exactly what I need to do on a daily basis to hit 7 figures plus. I know what I need to do. So the question is, if you were in the room with the person who knew exactly what to do every day to hit 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures or 9 figures, don't you think you might learn what it is that you're missing? Or specifically the fundamental differences or the keys that you've been searching for in maybe just one sitting? You would learn that. And that's what I do. I have to put myself in rooms where I want to go, but I know people are already there, right? Physically, and there obviously business-wise in where I want to be. That's why I go in those rooms. So I'm not telling you to do anything else other than what I do and Phil do and anybody else who's been successful at this, right? The first fundamental thing that you should do is first admit that you don't know it all, and you want to be around people who do know where you're trying to get to. And that's going to take away a lot of the guessing game. You know what? And I don't even want to talk about anything else. Just stick with that. Stick with that. That's the number one reason. Because they know for a fact that they're already there and you're trying to get there. So you gotta be in those rooms. So it's not anything different than what I would do, I would tell you to do. So that's why I'm here, and that's why you should come. I didn't say come in spirit either. I said actually physically come. So that's my advice, guys, my 2 cents.
All right, nice. Good for you. Always gives us good answers. But that's good. I mean, think about what he just said, right? He just said, if you are not making what you want to make, then you're clearly something's missing, right? So you got to go find it, and where to find it, you go find it with the people that are doing it. So if I wanted to become a professional athlete, let's just pretend for a second, I would go hang out with professional athletes. I would hang out with a professional athlete coach, right? Something like that. So that's what it's all about. And sometimes just hearing something different, hearing somebody else say it a different way, or it is that just one little piece, that one golden nugget that you're just missing, you're like, oh my God, that's it. You know, and it kind of popped in my head when I was in Turks and Caicos a couple weeks ago, and the whole thing popped in my head on what the things I've been trying to do. And I literally in the pool, and I go, oh my God, that's it. And just sometimes you just need to hear something, or someone say something or read something, whatever, and it's like, that's it. And then it triggered what we're going to be talking about at this next mastermind. So, all right, we're going to get back to work. We're going to do, we have an onboarding call we're going to do for everybody. And then, you know, a bunch of people coming in Thursday, Friday for our event. Again, we have the Daymond John stuff tomorrow and Friday, and then our event Saturday, Sunday, and that's it. So hopefully you show up, and hopefully you learn something. But the most important thing, you have to implement, right? You have to implement. So one thing I love about being right here in Vegas, because I stayed at the MGM a bunch of times. I've stayed at a few, you know, I got the Aria, which is right next door, and you have here. Just watching these airplanes land. It's literally all day, constantly. Airplanes are just landing. At night, it's easier to see because you can see with the lights. But just sitting here, just watch them come in one at a time. It's actually very relaxing. I stay at the Signature Towers, which are right there. Those 3 towers, which is right over Top Golf over there. And they have balconies on the other side, and just sat outside just watching the airplanes. And the Bellagio right here is a chairman's suite. It's about a 4,000 square foot suite. It's the top floor. That was amazing suite. We got that a bunch of times. And yeah, but this is my favorite view. My favorite view is this right here. I gotta tell you, the Hilton Resorts World, they have a big TV on the side of the building, as you can see. And that's a great spot. Huge, really cool hotel. If it was, you know, too bad it wasn't MGM or Marriott, or else I would stay there. But I got to keep up my my statuses. And they have a really cool cigar bar there. They got the Sphere, which is new, and that's the MSG Sphere, whatever the hell they call it. But supposedly they spent like $2 billion on it. But it keeps changing colors. Last night it was the moon, which looked really cool. And that's that. So anyone who's not familiar with Vegas, just showing you a little bit. But if you are, then you totally get what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. We got to get back to work, and then just have some fun in Vegas like usual.